So when I hear people talk about clave, whether it's teachers or students, there's always one idea that tends to be missing that I think is very important. And I know your teacher would never deprive you of this knowledge, but just other teachers out there tend to, I think, based on talking to their students. And I'm not even gonna say what the idea is just yet. As is my nature, I'm not gonna come out and say it. We're gonna sort of meander around for a while, but we're gonna sort of do some exercises and a progression that hopefully will allow you to maybe stumble upon the idea itself, which I think is perhaps more valuable. Basically, in musicality class, provided it's not one of those musicality classes where it's just like a couple from Europe and they're just like, this is how you breakdance to the trumpets. So if you're not in a like breakdance to the trumpets musicality class, maybe you're in one that attempts to talk about what's going on in the music that you're dancing to. And you probably get something like, I don't know where they'll start, but you'll get like the sacred bell. You'll maybe get explained that basically what's happening in a son montuno is that someone is doing like halftime Will Ferrell, like, right? And then on the other end of that you got, and so all together you got, right? And so that might be part of it. But then, like, the star of the show usually is they'll go to the cabinet, take out the sacred sticks, right? These are the sacred clave sticks. There's a right way to hold them, which I don't really know. There's a right way to play them, which I also don't know that, right? And that clave sounds like this. Okay, more or less. It sounds better than that if you actually know how to play them. But there's a lot of talk about how important it is to the music. Maybe they'll break down the numbers, like this is where clave fits in how we dance. This is what it looks like with the steps. And so like the instructor might dance while playing the clave, which takes a lot of coordination. But mostly that's like just an excuse to kind of show off coordination. I know because I've done it. Apart from where the numbers are and how they align with the steps and dancing on 1 and 2 and contratempo and all that stuff, that's all kind of out there. There's one thing that they never really bother to say a lot of the times. And we're gonna kind of work through it because I think it's very helpful for what clave actually means to the music, beyond numbers, beyond how sacred it is. And part of my thing is that there's so much emphasis like placed on these sticks that it gets people obsessed with them. So the goal for this video, if you asked your teacher about clave and the end of the class leads you to searching for songs where you can hear the clave, quote unquote, and you go and you find Acid by Ray Barretto, and it's like, oh, I think I can hear those things banging together through most of the songs, so I can keep track of where the clave is. Hopefully this video is going to show you a better way and a more realistic way for understanding clave and what it means to the music and the dance. So we agreed that these things are clave. We agreed that this rhythm, that's clave, right? So what if I get rid of these just for a second, right? What if these are out of the picture and I just have a couple these random ass butter knives, okay? That sounds kind of weird. I think I got chocolate cake in my beard. Or is that steak? I don't know. It's an old knife. Probably steak. Is that still clave? I would say that it is, right? So just because it's not played with sticks, I mean, that's clave rhythm, right? Fair enough. All right. So if we agree that that's clave, what happens if I get something like this? Like, can I play clave on this? Okay, so you might think that that's cheating because like a guitar has strings. If I play on the strings, okay, it's still kind of cheating because again, there's supposed to be different pitches on guitar. So if we just make it pitchy and we bring notes into it, I mean, is that clave? If sounds just like smacking together can be clave, I don't know if you put a particular deliberate frequency to it, I don't know why it's not clave, right? But then what if you take right, and so if I play and exaggerate maybe sort of where the emphasis is in those notes, And if I kind of like filter out just where the emphasis is, I'll get something like. So if you take just those 3 emphasized notes and you remove the notes from the equation and you keep the percussive element, you get. And what does that sound like? It sounds an awful lot like with missing. So if you know where those 3 hits are and just only the other 2 hits are missing, you've found clave. So if you listen to that song, and what I'm gonna do actually is listen to the actual recorded version of that song in a members only video / class. We're just gonna like listen through it, and I'm gonna find the clave in different parts of the music, which the whole idea, if you haven't kind of like figured it out on your own yet, I will now explicitly say clave is not just these sticks, and it's not them playing that rhythm. So when you're listening to a song and you're trying to find the clave, you don't have to listen over trumpets and guitar and drums and bass to hear these 2 little sticks that someone may or may not even be playing at any given time in the song. You don't have to listen for those. It's already in the music. So if you can hear certain emphasis in the guitar, if you can hear the singer or any other instrument that you can name, they're interacting with the clave in some way. So the whole idea is you kind of need to develop your ear and practice listening to different instruments and finding the clave. So in this particular example, clave is 3 strikes and 2 strikes, and the emphasis that was easy to hear was just the whole 3 side of the clave. Da 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 da. Right? So just 3 and 3. And if again you take the notes out of it, it's. We're going to listen to that song. I'll put it in the members only classes because there are at least 1 or 2 people who have joined that. So I figure I have to kind of do something interesting for them, and that seems like a good way of using that whole idea of people giving me money for classes, because the video, if I use copyrighted music, will get demonetized. In that particular song, there's more things that happen with the clave that are pretty interesting, and we'll go through all that. But I just wanted to share with even the deadbeats who don't pay me anything, I'm kidding, some of it hard year for everybody, that especially if you're in the get a bunch of people and have them breathe on each other business, then it's been a really hard year. Fun fact, this is a new camera because I had to sell the old one, and that's kind of why there haven't been videos. But I have a new expensive camera now, so don't worry, there's going to be expensive videos coming your way. And also, while I'm at it, I started another YouTube channel. I have no videos on it, but it's going to be vaguely a photography channel, because photography gives you like an excuse to explore a wide variety of topics and different things that interest me beyond dance. So, and I'm starting to do video work for other people based off of, miraculously enough, what I've done on this channel. So I need a place to kind of showcase video work. So there you go. So if you think you might be interested in that, I will link it in the description. But that's it. Clave is throughout the music, and if you train your ear just a little bit, you can start to hear it in the music. You don't have to listen for sticks. And with some time, it allows you to feel the music. And if you didn't really grow up listening to the music, like I really didn't, you can't just expect to immediately feel it. I think that there's a lot of things that you can kind of put some effort into consciously for a short period of time, and then they become embodied after a while. So after you do some listening exercises and you can find the clave, all of a sudden, you'll hear someone just on a street corner. If you go to Miami and someone's just playing like a tres somewhere and it may be singing, right? Why can you dance to that song? Right? Why could I go dance solo to just somebody playing guitar? It's because in that guitar line, he's emphasizing the clave, right? And I don't know that just because I'm in Miami and I'm in Little Havana or whatever. It's a feature of the music is that clave is is not key to the music for no reason. It's key to the music because every instrument is interacting with it, right? So you can then become the person who picks up random objects, right? And you hear him playing Lágrimas Negras on a guitar or whatever, and you just hear da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, right? And then people start dancing, and you look like you know what you're doing, and yeah, take it from me. I think I've maybe done that, something like that. Actually, I think it was when Castro died, and I was banging on like a plate. I broke the plate. Still have the plate. This is too much. All right, that's it. Maybe check out the other video, and maybe think about joining the channel groups for that reason. So if you want to throw me a little something, there's a throw me a little something level. If you want bonus classes, you can like this one I'm about to do. You can join at that level, and then any level up from there, you can do the bonus classes. There's one for like one private lesson a month. There's one for like a little WhatsApp trading kind of, you do your thing. If you want some input from me, I'll help you out, send you a video. We kind of send videos back and forth. There's a level for that. All right. The whole idea of this video was that it could just be like one take and I wouldn't have to edit. And now